So I've always wanted one of those paper mache buckets from the 20s and 30s that's sort of cute, sort of creepy, all of the above. And let's just be real here, I don't want to pay those prices. So I'm gonna make them myself as I almost hit myself in the head with a bucket. Today I'm going to turn these two fine $1.98 buckets from Walmart into something that resembles one of the paper mache buckets that I've always dreamed of. And the upside, since I'm doing it, I can do whatever I want. So here's my plan. Take these two buckets. One, I'm going to cut a slit in the eye for. I know that the original ones usually don't have a slit, but I want to make a slit into one so that the cat's eyes can light up. Obviously, this one is going to turn into a little cat with cute little ears. The other one is going to be the most unhinged pumpkin, hopefully, we've ever seen. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna sit and chat with you a little bit about this channel and other things that are going on. So let's get crafting. Y'all are loud. Now to accomplish this, besides my two fantastic $1.98 buckets from Walmart, I also needed a utility knife, some school glue, and some craft paper, as well as an obscene amount of Cellu clay, some plaster strips, and some air dry clay. First step, let's cut some eyeballs out. I do love the noise that makes. Is this going to be easy to do? Unknown. Ooh. Okay, the eyes are a little bit bigger because this blade is a lot sharper than I was anticipating, but okay. Great. All right, so it's just gonna have creepy McBig eyes. Can I make the same size? Also unknown. So we're gonna go here, carefully, very carefully. Halfway. Yep, right there. Okay, great. And then this side, Oh boy. Ha! Ha! We have creepy eyeballs. Amazing. I can't just leave things alone, can I? And yes, I was trying to thrift these. Before you come at me like, why did you go to Walmart? The literal bane of existence. Because, dear friends, the only thrift store I have near me is Goodwill. And Goodwill has gotten on their high horses. A bucket like this right here, this $1.98 bucket at Goodwill was $7.99.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Buckets, check. School glue, which I was supposed to apparently get the all glue kind, but I got school glue. So all the recipes that I have found tell me to use 60% to 40% water. Do I know how much water is in this bowl versus this tube? Nope, no. But we're just gonna go for it, it's gonna be fine. No, I'm not gonna sit here and squeeze it through the tiny thing. I will, in fact, pour directly out of the neck of the bottle. I guess I need to stir this too. What am I gonna use to stir it? I think a plastic knife sounds like a great plan. Or a plastic spoon. BRB.
A few moments later.
Spoon!
My spoon is too big.
Good soup.
That looks gross. I'm not allowed to say what that looks like because I'm on YouTube and I don't want to be demonetized. Ooh. I don't know if that's enough. More! Okay, let's try that. Because my goal is to paper mache a base, let that dry, and then go in with the fancier stuff. Stir in, keep that glue a-rolling right. It's like weirdly chunky at the bottom. Oh, I just don't know if I've stirred enough yet. So I guess I'll just keep stirring. With that, I think we're good with that part. Spooneth over thereth. We got our paste. We got our craft paper because I don't have newspapers. Not a one, actually. I have some like ads, but those are the really thin, like kind of slick kind, and those never make a good base for paper mache. So I went and bought a roll of craft paper. Also, I'm gonna use it on the table so I don't get glue everywhere. Boop, 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 ba-doo, boop, ba-doo. We're gonna start with the more complicated, the cat first, I think is the best plan. Also just realized I said I was going to use this to wrap it with, so I gotta do that. Okay, and then it's strip time. Not that kind. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm gonna start with the eyeballs. That's what I'm gonna do. Because those are, they look heckin' annoying to get this stuff like in and through factor. Just looks like a big pain in the butt. So now, take our little strip into our glue friend. Yep. Listen, I'm not a big texture person, so this is always a special sensation for me. And then, oh, that's gigantic and I'm getting it everywhere. Oh, that sticks nicely though. All right, good. And then we're just gonna put you on a little moment over here while I do the eyeballs and I'll talk at you. So, I mean, I guess the most exciting thing is that, holy crap, almost to 50,000 on this channel. What is happening? How did we get here? Perseverance? Being constant on the end? I don't know, honestly. I'm really thankful that you're all here. I am kind of clear on how some of you got here because of that video I did, bought it all. The giant estate sale, right? The 300,000 video that I have never been able to replicate as far as like general mass appeal video. Because there was a lot of people that showed up from that. Oh, the glue. Yeah, Don't like it. Oh, I hate, yeah, I hate this sensation. Yep, don't like that texture at all. The first slit is definitely better. Oh well, it's fine. It's got paper in it now, baby. What happens if you get glue on a GoPro? Can't be good, right? I do have another plan for a big make on this channel, and it's sort of it's not to quite button up the estate sale, because the estate sale isn't done. She still has like 1,000 patterns in there. It's to sort of like button up the fabric portion of it. There's 2 videos actually, one of which is just, you know, listing the rest of them. And then the other is celebrating all the fabrics, which will be done in a very chaotic way. I realize that should shock absolutely no one. I think it will be super fun and I think y'all will enjoy it. I know I'm enjoying it so far. No idea when that's coming. I was hoping for like, oh, well, the 1-year anniversary. No. This project in particular, the making of this project will easily take me 3 to 4 weeks. Just making the thing. Cutting everything out has already taken easily a week and a half of time. Not done. Not anywhere close to done. So, don't know when that will come. Am working on it. Don't know when it will show up. This is a fun little ride, so I just want to thank all y'all for being here, she says with very sticky / wet fingers. Very strange sensation. If you do enjoy what you see here, do here, it's the stuff that I put on, share it with a friend. Comment, like it toward the halfway or the end of the video. Because I don't say those things, because I figure if I'm doing a good enough job, you'll just do it. Should I occasionally do it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, from the stage manager at the back of the stage. Job was to never be noticed. If people knew you were there, you were doing your job wrong. That's what I was always told. So it's really nice. It's really nice to know that the effort that I'm putting in is being seen, and all of y'all are awesome, and my fingers are sticky and I hate it. The upside is this does not have to be a great paper mache job, it just has to be a job. It just has to be on, so that I can lay on the Cellu clay that I bought as well. And honestly, I might just try the Cellu clay on the other one, because this is a special texture, and I'm not feeling it. The other thing to note is that some of you have kind of caught it in a couple of videos. While I am still a stage manager at heart, and you cannot take the stage manager out of the person, you can acknowledge that the pay scale in theater and opera for a stage manager is insufficient for the work that is being asked for, and you can demand better. And because I kept demanding better and demanding more, because I know what I'm worth, I'm not stage managing anymore. Because when I do get offers, most of the time, either they are appropriately paid, but they're very last minute. Because in opera, we usually plan years in advance, which I love. I love that. But I will get offers 90 days out, a month out, 15 days out. I can't make those work. Not with the life and the way that I have structured my life now. We are here. We are at home. We are being mother and wife and YouTuber. Listen, I could make it all happen in the shorter time frame, but the thing is, it's very stressful, and it's usually because it's last minute. It's very expensive because you take the first thing you can find. So I'm not stage managing anymore. I am still open to it. I still love to do it. I miss it. Why do I miss organizing other people's lives when I can't organize my own? Unknown! But we are, oh my God, I made a lake. Okay. I'm gonna rethink this whole thing, paper on my actual kitchen table, and we'll be back with a better solution in a little bit. And dry fingers for one singular second.
A few moments later.
That was exciting. Got about this guy halfway done, and I've cleaned up the lake on my table. But we're gonna turn her over. Oh, it's wet. It's wet. And while we do this part of it, let's talk about what to expect. Oh, this separated a little. That's exciting. So, what to expect from this channel now that I'm, not stage managing anymore and, generally have more time to devote to content? The answer is cosplay things. I realize that should shock absolutely no one. If you did watch the Dorothy video, thank you. If not, please go watch it. I worked really hard on that. I just want it to kind of be an extension of me. A little bit, a little bit. So yes, you will still get sewing pattern things and boxes and stuff like that because, well, that is what funds me being able to do this. Fun fact, YouTube's ad revenue for the, 10, 20,000 views. Nope, that would not be enough to live. No, not at all. Nope. So those pattern box drops are not going anywhere because that's what funds this. No, they think it's Snack O'Clock. It is not Snack O'Clock, in case you're curious. So vintage will still be here, but it's just gonna be a bit more, right? A bit more cosplay, a bit more things like that. No, you two, not helpful. I desperately want to make this more and bigger, right? But sometimes you're just gonna get me putting glue on a pumpkin because that's sometimes what the budget can afford. So I wanna thank you all for coming with me last month for a sponsor every video. 2 of those sponsors were left over from July because it was supposed to be, there was one in July, there was one in August. And then, well, life happens. And no, there was nothing in July. So thank you all. Because y'all keep coming back and watching, I get to keep doing ridiculous things like this. And I appreciate that. I thought I was only gonna get sappy once in this video. Apparently I was wrong. But anyway, so we are here paper macheing a pumpkin, questionably. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I might try just doing the celu clay on the other one and seeing if that, goes any better because this is quite the texture nightmare for me. But I will finish at least this one. And then we will try the celu clay probably on the other one. So let's do some time-lapsey shenanigans of this pumpkin getting paper mached. Now, with that one drying, let's see if I can get just the celu clay this time, because I would really like to not stick my fingers back into that gross water. Please don't eat that, it's glue. But I don't actually know, so let's look at the giant bag and see what it says without getting glue on my dress. Ma'am, you do fully understand you cannot sit there, right? Oh, that's got a dust cloud to it. I just want the instructions. That's all I want. Yeah, that right there. That right there, yes. You. Add 32 ounces of warm water to 1 pound of cellulose clay, mixing in a large bowl or Ziploc top. Warm water enables faster mixing. Knead with fingers till the consistency of clay. Cellulose clay white needs no base coat prior to finish. That's the one I bought. Excellent! And if I thought opening the bag of cellulose clay was bad, it was nothing compared to when I needed to pour it out to weigh it to get the correct amount. R.I.P. my kitchen. Okay, version 2. Yes, I have a coffee mug with straw in it because I anticipate not being able to do this very often. Anyway, I need to take this off because I have just added a pound of the cellulose clay to 32 ounces of warm water. And I am supposed to knead with my fingers until it reaches the consistency of clay or stiff dough with no dry spots. I can do this. It's dry, and then it's wet, and then it's dry, and then it's wet. I don't like it. Oh my God, it's everywhere. Yep, that's the same consistency as kneading bread, but with a lot more fallout. Oh, this is sticky. So this is why they say to keep a bowl of water next to you, so that you can keep your hands wet when working with it, so it doesn't quite stick. What's it? Clay or stiff dough. No dry spots. Definitely have a big dry spot. Definitely do. Oh God. Come on now. I gotta flip you over. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like that. Yeah, there's that dry spot. Okay. Yep, this is awful. I don't like kneading bread, and I don't like kneading this. This is why I sew, y'all. This is why I sew. Because you don't have a texture problem when you're sewing. It's just fabric. Unless the fabric is heinous, and then, well, yeah, you sort of do. Okay, that feels like dough. Pumpkin boy, come hither. Supposedly, this just goes on. like that. I probably got too much, let's be real. So I just want a thin layer at first. Why I grabbed an entire giant glob is beyond me, but I did. That was my choice. I'm just gonna do that so I remember where the eyeballs are, because otherwise I will definitely forget. No, oh my God, that's heavy. Okay, hold on to the pumpkin bucket, Stephanie, because now, until you get it evened out, it is very, very front heavy. Okay, listen, the plastic was great for the glue one. It's not so great for this one, because this just needs to have it on here. Like, this did not need this much buildup, because he is too chunky, too beefy. All right, listen, objectively, I think I like this better. This is, while it's still sticky, I'm less grossed out at this moment, whereas earlier I was very grossed out by the boy, the paper mache. And those are the words. This to me is much less objectionable. So if you're looking for, of the two, I dislike this one least. I would do this again, because I don't mind this once you get it to this state. Oh, he is heavy. He's a heavy boy. I do think I'm gonna wrap the tops a little bit to try and help it hold. I want this to last, and so I want to make it so it lasts. Well, hopefully. I don't actually know what I'm doing, but sometimes that's just the best way to craft. Don't know what you're doing, just try it. Here, let me move this so you can see what I'm doing now. Because what I have done is I have done the entire rim. That was not smart. You should not start with the entire rim. You should finish that out. Yeah, I still have big empty holes. Listen, I know objectively that did absolutely nothing, but it made me smile. So I think I've used just generally too much. This feels very overfull as far as like what's on this plastic right now. So I would not advise doing a layer this thick like I have done. And I do think I'm gonna leave the bottom free. I think the bottom's just gonna be plastic. I have no idea what the drying time on something like this will be. I'm really hoping it'll be dry tomorrow.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, my arm's getting it now. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it again. All right, I want to make you look less like a shrubbery and more like a pumpkin boy. Maybe I can form a little bit of this face, Because I think I just want like a little bit of eyebrow. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so then where would your mouth be, I guess, is the next question. And I just want two little round nubbies. Oh my God, this is gonna be perfect, I think. Great. And we're gonna try and get it in here, attach it to its friends without turning it into a scary nubbin or the world's biggest zit. Unionize! All right, I'm gonna try and smooth out the face just a little, because like texture is one thing, and then there's what we have going on here. Listen, paint can fix a lot of this. Not everything, but a lot of this. Oh yeah, look at that. Add some water through there. Look at how much better that looks already. That looks like a cellulose boy. And I'm going to let him dry, and then I shall see you tomorrow where we will paint both of them. So, I have news, because it is the next day, and yeah, we just have some updates. So I did some air dry clay sculpting last night and put it onto the cat one to make the little ears and like eyebrows and such. It was partially successful. You can see here where it's like cracking and not quite doing what it needs to. Oh God, that whole section is just totally torn away. So what that means is that I'm gonna have to use the plaster strips that I also bought, and I'm going to use the plaster strips to hold down the air dry clay so that it all stays in place and my sculpting doesn't go away. Oh yeah, and the other one, not dry yet. So we're sort of 0 for 2 here. So I'm gonna do some plaster stripping to the paper mache one, also because I don't really like the texture of the paper mache. It's almost too smooth in places, and then in some places it's really mucky. And then I guess tomorrow I'll paint? Oh well. All right, so for this go around, for the plaster wrap, it says that I need scissors, a bowl of warm water, right there, and then that's it. And I'm gonna take my watch off because I don't wanna find out what happens if I get plaster on my watch. But one of the most important things that it does not tell you to have, in my case, is caffeine. Yes, that's correct. So let's have some of that, and then let's get our hands dirty, yo. So we have plaster wrap. Oh, it's like little, looks like little braille almost. Definitely not braille. Guidance. Lay down plastic, check. Prepare all materials needed, check. Oh, cut it into different sizes and shapes. Yes, I should do that. So it comes in a little bag. You gotta cut open there. Haha! Oh, it's crumbly. Okay, that's cool. Great, love that. Dear viewer, in fact, she did not love that. So we're gonna go with just some general, probably like 8-inch strips, but I'm not gonna leave them, this is really wide. That wouldn't go around this tiny little pumpkin wall, so then I'm gonna cut them all in half. Yeah, something like that. They're not gonna be even, but that's okay. And then my instructions for these is to dip them in the water until they're wet enough, run my fingers down them to get rid of the excess water, and then apply. It does say that if I want to add strength, I can build them up. I don't know at this point if I'm concerned so much about strength, so much as I'm concerned is just getting this on here and getting it dry. Because the paper mache has already done a pretty good job of strengthening the sad little $2 plastic bucket. So I think I'm gonna be all right. And you have to do this now, because once your hands are wet, you can't redo this. Yeah. Oh yeah, important note. This water, whatever's left in this bucket, it says specifically to not put down the sink. It says to throw it into the trash can, because apparently it's just gonna harden into plaster in your pipes. So if you are using this product, don't put it down the drain. Don't do that. I'm gonna throw it in the trash can. So give me a minute and I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
I feel like that should be enough for this little bucket right here. I'm just trying to get the back covered probably with these longer strips, and then the front covered with all of these shorter ones. My plastic bag has holes in it.
Here's Johnny.
I don't know. we're gonna just fold that under and try and scoot the whole project a little bit farther away. It's gonna be fine. Water is still warm-ish, warm light, warm sort of. We take this, put it in the water. Oh, that got wet real fast.
That's what she said.
And then I'm supposed to take my fingers and just kind of drippy hoozy like that. Oh, this is also a special texture. Lovely. We're just gonna go right in. Yep, we're just gonna go right in. Ooh, this mold's nice though. I'm gonna say that straight out the gate. Oh, I think this will do the job. Yeah, I think this is gonna do it. I'm just kind of smooth it in place. Nothing terribly exciting here. That's, it's not bad. So I guess I gotta keep going. Oh, the plaster at the bottom is so awful. Oh, this makes this so much creepier. I kind of like it that way. Oh God, what was I gonna do with this one? Ah! This. I was gonna attach the ear down better because I'm afraid the ear's gonna fall off. Oh God, did I just get plaster on my phone? Yikes. This is why all those craft channels have like dedicated craft rooms and don't do things on their kitchen table. I just got plaster on my dress. That can't be good. Anyway, we're not gonna think about that right now. Nope. I've got like 3 or 4 more strips and then I'm done. Oh, and this water is cold now. Again, wish I would have worn an apron. 1 more and then we're done. I want one to kind of smooth out all those creases right by the nose. Right in here, kind of messy looking. So I'm gonna turn it so I can see what I'm doing this time. Sorry, I know that's not good YouTuber etiquette, but I need to see what I'm doing this one time. This will be done. And then we will be able to let it dry overnight, and that'll give the main bucket, the pumpkin bucket, an entire 2 days to dry. A day and a half, let's be real. I'm gonna do this first thing tomorrow. And then this will give this one a full day to dry, which this stuff apparently only takes like 20 minutes to dry. Wow, that actually is really hard already. Dang, I was dubious, but like that's actually, cool. And now everything feels much more secure. So even if, God forbid, the air clay were to break underneath it, I feel like this would still hold its structure. But it's time for me to go wash my hands, and then I will see you tomorrow with clean hands for a moment before I start painting. Never fear, dear viewer. She did, in fact, throw it out. Well now, they're dry. But before we get painting and describing all the things that I want to do, I want you all to know how proud of me you should be. I do not usually do this, yes, I know. However, when I went back to look at all the reference images, I had completely forgotten that most of them, almost all of them, had all the eyes and mouths cut out. And I showed restraint for once in my existence and did not go back and cut everything open, nor did I make 2 brand new pumpkins and pretend like they were the exact same ones as the ones before. So, I would like you to be proud of me for this moment of not making it harder for myself than I had to. Let's do a quick base coat. And then let's look at some reference images and do some detail. Starting with the cat. Now for the cat, the only thing I needed in a reference image was something with high contrast and relatively simple colors. And when I found this listing on Etsy for a lot of vintage paper goods, I just decided to copy what I could from the image. Oh yes, and this time I remembered to put an apron on. Look at me learn. Like an intriguing eye shape. It's more, I don't know. It's a very interesting little, like, much more harsh eye shape. Oh, found a damp spot. Oops. And then we go down on this angle. You can't see anything, okay. Something like that. The nose shape I formed on, so I'm not worried about that. Now I just need to try and get this very angular mouth. And then the whiskers will just be little flicks. Not worried about that. So I'm gonna just go in. Where's my yellow? There it is. Now, how do I intend to fix the fact that it is not going to shine the way I want it to shine? I bought glow paint. So I'm gonna glow on here and we're gonna black light it so it can glow in the dark. But you need a base coat first, so base coat it is. A little bit of yellow. Actually, a little bit of yellow. It's got some shape going there. Oh yeah, those look even. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of fill it in so I get a bit more of a feel. And I know well that these are gonna take multiple coats because I chose to put it in black first. Okay, it does pop a little, that's good. So maybe only 2 coats will take it to the yellow I want. And that's one streaky eyeball. Let's do the other one now. Well, that isn't the derpiest little cat I've ever seen. So, mouth time, because it's the same color.
A few moments later.
And that's the base of the mouth done. Excellent. Now, unfortunately, I do have to let that dry for a little bit. So why don't we jump over to the pumpkin? I just touched my hair with completely wet orange paint. Oh, dang it. Cool, you're gonna go sit right back where you were then. Cat, we're gonna do some more cat. Okay, great. Guess I could mix up some pink for the nose. Yeah, let's do that. Also, could I have just bought pink paint? Yes. Did I know at the time that I actually wanted to do a pink nose? No. Yeah, that'll do. Go right along the thing, Stephanie. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, it's there, but it's really watery. I clearly did not buy good acrylic. I just bought acrylic. And that will absolutely make a difference. It sure will. Now, white whiskers. I already have some white up here. I'm just gonna go from here. Because we're not mussy about this. We're just painting to make our heart happy. Now the kicker is that this is a weird little blip. Do I want this? That little white? I think I do. I think this will be the orange, because I'm gonna do orange instead of blue. And then I think this right here will just be, oh boy, that's not even in the same family. There we go, sisters not twins, right? That's what I'm always told about eyebrows. Now, whiskers, whiskers. Oh, this is gonna be dicey. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. And go, and go. That one looks really thick, it's fine. Now to make them vaguely even, BRB.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
All right, right now we're on the right direction, but the big difference between my image and this is that my whiskers need to go out probably a little farther, almost to the little cheeks that I gave it here. Why did I give it cheeks? I don't know. We'll just go with facial structure. Vintage facial structure, that's what we're gonna go with. So I'm gonna make these go a little bit, at least the middle one. I'm gonna make him go a lot longer than the rest of them. Did that work? I don't know. The whiskers are a journey at this point. And with some finishing touches, it was then time for the pumpkin. Oh yeah, now it's actually dry. Excellent. So for this one, I just want more cheese. So it's just gonna be a nice round smile, half round eyes, and just kind of generally happier. Not so much, I'm leaning away from creepy on this one because the cat leaned into creepy. So we're gonna do not so creepy on this one. Dear viewer, while I had the best intention of actually showing you all of the steps, it wasn't until later that I realized you cannot see that pencil marking for anything. Let's do this. So I started by outlining all of my pencil marks that I could see in white. And hey look, now you can see them too. And then I went in and added some outlines for the nose and the mouth. And I had some reservations. Oh, I don't think I like this mouth already. We're just gonna trace it out in paint. No, it's too modern. So I'm gonna round it out. And once I rounded out the mouth, I also rounded out the nose. Okay, yeah, that'll do. That'll work. Then it was time to fill it in. His little buck tooth is cute. I like it. And once I had filled it in, it was time to add some black for the eyebrows. He's very surprised. And with some red on the cheeks, and some other details that I didn't film, I was just about done. But now. Oh, I love how they came out so much. Not gonna lie, I was sort of hoping they would be a touch creepier than they turned out to be, but I'm not mad. I love how the pumpkin gives like a friendly vibe and the cat gives a slightly like winking at you vibe because I did the eye wrong on the one side, but that's okay. Would I do either of these again as is? No. Yes. No. I would do the plaster again because that was, while it had moments of being really sensationally awful, this was a bigger pain in the butt overall. Short-term ick, long-term annoyance. I'm gonna take the short-term ick every time. I love how these turned out. They will definitely be added to the permanent Halloween decor that comes out every year in August because, yes, I am that person. I just don't put it on the internet because I really don't want to hear about it. However, you have not seen them in their finest glory, so let's head over to the reveal and show you just how awesome these are. Now my fingers are sticky. I can't get up to turn off the camera because my hands are really gross. Hey Ned, yes, ma'am? I need your help. I physically can't move without help.
Okay. Hello recording, I love you guys.